What if I told you that someone inside our community went from being homeless to making six figures in less than a year? Sounds crazy, right? But it is real life. And in this video, he's going to share with you exactly how he did it and how you can too.
I'm Daryl Hannah, little country guy down here in Tennessee. But guys, before I came online, I worked a regular job like a lot of you guys. I had spent like years, almost 15 years working, 20 years altogether in the welding industry, manufacturing, production. Gave that job everything, man. Blood, sweat, tears, 12 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week, 105 degrees in there. Hotter in the summer than it is hotter inside than it is in outside. You know, I didn't have any time like everybody else. No time freedom. Working on my birthday, wife's birthday, kids' birthdays, anniversary, the whole work. Still broke, behind on bills, piled up in debt, payday loans everywhere. Just just a struggle, man, for real. And a lot of time we think if we work a lot of hours, we're gonna make more money, but we know how the taxes work with that. So at the end of the day, you're just working yourself in the ground and you're not going anywhere. Like that's why they call it a hamster on a wheel, because you're going real fast nowhere. And that's what jobs provide us. And I come in, being a 3-time employee of the year, I come in on a Tuesday and I get called to the office and they basically tell me, they got some, they're going in another direction. My department was going away. And this is when I realized seniority doesn't mean anything now. Because back in the day, if you had seniority, and something like that happened, they would just put you somewhere else. Well, now if you're a top earner in a job and you have seniority, they're going to let you go and bring in a temp or somebody. They're willing to train them to keep from paying you the money and the health care and a variety of things. So that's what happened to me. They didn't move me, so they had to let me go. Caught myself outside the gate in the car, hurt, crying. Trying to just process everything because they never gave me any reason why they would fire me. Like you don't jump up and be a 3-time employee of the month and get fired, like, just out of the blue, and so that's what happened to me. And I end up hitting on hard times. I got separated from my family. I had to go stay in a homeless shelter with 16 other men, just straight at rock bottom. I had to sleep in my car out on the banks of a lake. I had to brush my teeth in the Hardee's parking lot, change in the Hardee's parking lot. And this is all because of just the decision that job made, right? Because that was my only source of income. I wasn't getting money anywhere else. And I was a true company guy. And I realized that's the worst thing that you can do. And so on the bed in that shelter, I told myself, I didn't want to work another job. I had made up in my mind that I didn't want to work for anybody else. I couldn't see myself doing that. I was already in bad shape anyway. So in January, I was scrolling Facebook and I seen a post where a lady said that she made like $600 working 2 hours a day or something like that. I reached out to her, got the information, and I joined 2 days later. And, when I got in there, first thing I realized was the community. Everybody was welcoming me. And so I just got plugged into the training. And so my first 2 weeks from January the 15th to January the to 31st, I was able to make $5,000. And I've never made that working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week welding. And so I knew I was on to something, guys. So I just kept plugging in and trying to master this 2-hour workday and just, coming up on the mentoring calls and the webinar calls. And then of course, I made $8,000 in February. And then my breakout year came in March, guys, where I made 38,000. And I didn't even think that type of income was even attainable. But when I joined in January, I said my goal was to make 6 figures by December. But because I didn't understand the power of digital marketing and social media, when you put them two together and you follow in a training that's equipping you with skills, right? I was able to hit 6 figures in a little bit under 4 months. And then I was able to hit another 6 figures 4 months later, right? And so I'll say this, man, like I have now learned skills that I didn't know how to do. I didn't know how to create content. I didn't know how to market. I wasn't even on TikTok when I joined this platform. I didn't have no following. I didn't have no brand. I didn't have no email list. I didn't have any of that, guys. This is all stuff that I have accumulated since I have been in this program. The skills that I've learned now has allowed me to become debt free. I have no debt. I paid off about $40,000 for student loans. I don't even have any student loans. My cars are paid off. I don't have any type of debt. And so now I'm just spending a lot of time with my family, traveling. I've got a daughter who's getting ready to go to college. My son's a sophomore in college, so I'm spending a lot of time with him and just enjoying this thing called true time freedom, man. Because typically it's Friday and I would typically be at work. but now I'm in my office just on a Zoom, on a webinar, explaining to you guys, sharing with you guys what this program has done for me going through here and the skills that I've acquired. And so I'm just blessed to be a part of the program, blessed to be a part of this community.
How inspiring is Daryl's story? Now, if he can do it, anyone can do it, because he's proven that the system works, as well as hundreds of other people in our community that are now making six figures. If his story has inspired you, check the link in the bio or click the link in the description and find the information for yourself. See if this is something you can see yourself doing, because I have a feeling if you take a look with an open mind, you will see this is exactly what you've been looking for.